Hi everyone, this is Ramona coming back at you. I know I'm like super close to you guys. Let me push back a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. There we are. Okay, so I always do back-to-back videos, and I wasn't even sure I was going to do this one because I'm just like, oh, oh, it's hard. It's hard getting your thoughts together. But I was like, screw this. I'm just going to speak from my mind and from my heart. So I guess I just wanted to talk about some things that I've discovered about myself lately. Not lately, like this entire year. Okay. Now, I've always been a person of bettering yourself. Okay. I've always been that person to say, if there's an issue with you, you need to tweak it. If somebody has like some criticism to say about you, you figure it out. Do they have any like to stand on by saying what they said? Is that true? And sit back and really take it in and try to see what they say about me is factual. Now, lately I felt like, okay, it's like all year I've been kind of like dumbing down my feelings, like just not really being involved in myself and not trying to grow, but I always think that there's always some kind of movement, there's always some kind of growth happening, even when you don't feel like you're trying at all. And so this year I've been really, really quiet, like, I don't know, just staying off by myself, just being me. And it's just a thing that I feel really comfortable being by myself. Like I feel really comfortable just spending time with me. I feel like I enjoy spending time alone, you know? And I've talked about that. Like I'll go out to like parties, or I'll go out to people's homes. I get involved in that way, but other than that, I'm not really into people a whole lot. And I think that I've just grown into that person. And it's not the way that I was born. It was just, I think that you get like so many experiences with people, and you come out in the end, or thus far in your life, as such. And yeah, because I used to be like really gregarious, um, very social, and very like into people. But the problem that I had was like I'm too sensitive, and I would always hang on the ideas that others would have about me and what they would share with me that wasn't always too pleasant, you know, and or I wasn't very self confident in the way that I mingled with people, and I was always like afraid, oh, did I hurt their feelings, or did I do something that or maybe I was just a little bit too awkward in that situation, or and I'm always so concerned as far as people are concerned, and that just I mean, if you get too wound up in that, I think that it gets too much. And like I think for me it just became too much, and I was just like, screw this, and I'm tired of screw this. I'm tired of hearing, really. It's stressful. It's a full-time job worrying about what other people think about you. Sorry, I'm trying to open this. Um, Hold on. Alright, here we go. Here we go. And so I think that was like another reason why I kind of was off on my own this year. And though I feel like I haven't learned anything, you know, I really took that time just recently and asked myself, like, did I learn anything from this? And, like, I really feel like I did. Like, I've gotten to a point where I don't give a care. And I'm going to swear here because it kind of just puts a punch to what it is that I'm saying. Like, I don't give a fuck. like I have like that I don't give a fuck mentality, as you know, in connection with people. I don't care. And that is saying something really huge when I say that to you guys, because I swear I would hang on to people, their words and their actions and their face, you know, the like dirty looks that people give me and what have you, and I could never understand it because I'm such a nice person. Like I try to go out of my way to be nice to other people, but what I've learned thus far is that what people need to understand about me is that I do go off a month, 2 months by myself. I have to have me time. I enjoy it. I like to be alone. I don't like to be as social as like I used to when I was, you know, years ago. I just don't like that, and so I knew that I had to listen to my needs, what I like to do, but also be good to other people as well. But still, even though that's true, people have a hard time with getting it, with like understanding where I'm coming from, you know. And then people have their opinions and ideas, and they have no qualms with expressing that with me. And yeah, so you know what? And like I said, I am proud of myself because I don't give a fuck anymore. And I speak my mind, I speak my truth, and I think that I've been talking about that a lot lately, about speaking your truth. I've said that for the past couple of years, and it's becoming more and more real with me, you know what I mean? Like that saying is more and more a bedmate with me, you know what I mean? Like I'm living that reality, I guess you can say. I hope this video comes out okay. Because I was trying to make notes and stuff like that. I'm like, this is not working for me. So I'm just speaking like whatever comes out of my mouth. So, yeah, I mean, let me give you some examples. I'm not going to repeat the examples that I gave last time when I made a video, but like, now I don't have any examples to give. Oh, okay, so for an example, okay, so, you know, I had went to a party, okay? This is a party that I've already mentioned. Now, somebody wasn't too pleased with me because I was hanging too loose, you know what I mean? And I was just like, usually, now, if somebody were to say that to me, that would devastate me. I would run away, and I was hard, like, oh my god, I'm so humiliated, I'm so embarrassed. I don't know what I did, but the fact that somebody's upset with me, you know, that would drive me in a whirlwind, and it would make me depressed, and just, you know, because, you know, I would get, when I say that I've clawed in my nails into how other people perceived me and what they thought about me, that was really important. But here's this one example, like, I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because I took that time to get to know myself. You know, throughout the years of my life, I've taken that time to really get to know myself. Like, am I a jerk? Am I somebody who doesn't care about your feelings? Am I a person who will step on your toes just to get ahead? Am I a person who goes, you know, will take those extra steps to make you feel stupid about your life and who you are and to bring you down? And those many more of negative things, like, do I give that off to people? No, I don't. So just like knowing that I'm none of those negative things, so when you try to tell me that I am some of those things or even all of those things, you know, all I have to do is go within myself, like, hey, Ramona, is that true? No, the answer is no, it's not true. So they are dismissed. Right off the bat, it's just dismissed. how I handled that situation was, okay, you know, this is time like number, I don't know, 3 or 4 that this person has been not too happy with me. And I had to stop and think, like, make sure, Ramona, is this something that you've done that's wrong, that you deserve to be that you deserve to be talked about behind your back? Do you deserve, here you go, do you deserve to be shitted on, basically? Did you do anything that that you deserve a smack? Like, you know what I mean? And if I can honestly say, no, I didn't do anything wrong. I was just having fun. I was just being me. And that's when you just have to dismiss what people say, you know what I mean, or how they want to treat you. Now, if that person doesn't want to be your friend anymore, then it wasn't a strong friendship to begin with. And that, you know, and then you have to also look back and say, like, you know, have you been really there for that person? Have you been helpful? Have you been, you know, all things positive to that person? Yes, I have. You know, so have I talked behind that person's back at all? Have I been, you know, no, I've been none of that. So should I be upset when somebody's upset with me? No. That's their own baggage, their own personal way of handling situations, and the friendship wasn't all that strong to begin with, so I'm okay. Am I disappointed? There's some disappointment there, like, oh, that's too bad because I really enjoyed that person's friendship. But if the other person is doing new things where it makes them want to just get rid of certain people and they just want to live their new lifestyle, hey, by all means, let it be. Like, you go and do you, I'll do me. So I don't know, like, yeah, so like whenever somebody has like a negative thing, you know, I don't know, like, I do speak my truth. I speak up now. I used to be the type who would keep my ideas to myself. I would keep my feelings to myself. If I was upset with somebody, or if I was angry at somebody, or they were doing something that I didn't like, I would keep it to myself. And then what happens when you do that? That's for everybody. What happens when you don't speak up? You put a lid on it. And what happens? Like, it boils over, doesn't it, eventually? Where you're done with the bullshit and you can't even express yourself. Everybody else can express themselves, but Ramona cannot express themselves because they'll get upset, and then, yeah. So, like, I don't do any of that anymore. I speak my truth. I tell people how it is. I think I say these things with tact and a sensitivity, you know, and respect, in a respectful way, in a respectful voice. You know, I just tell people how I feel and how it is, and that's okay. It's okay for other people to get upset. You might not like what I have to say. You might not like to hear or see what I do, but that's your business. It's not my business. It really is nothing to do with me. If you want to go over there and mope in a corner, I don't even see you because I'm home alone or doing my own life. Like, I don't see any of that. I've picked up and I've moved on, and I'm busying myself with other things. I don't have time to worry about whether so and so is upset or the other so and so's, like, you know, their feelings got hurt or da da da. Now, if you had come to me, if you want to have a discussion with me and we talk it out, sure, then we can sit there and talk about it. You mean still not like what I have to say? Because if I said it once, I'll probably say it again, only because I pre-think before I say. For the most part, not all the time. Sometimes, you know, I'll say, oh, damn, like, okay, no, I don't really see it that way. I don't really think of it that way. Let me clarify, okay? So, yeah, so, and then, like, the other thing is that, like, people don't usually speak their truth because they're afraid. They're afraid of being alone and lonely, being ostracized, and you know, that is one fear that I've learned throughout the years that I don't have to be scared about. You know, I've lost friendships. People change. People, sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. My foot's falling asleep. Jeez. You know, people change. People move on. They're doing different things in their lives. And they may not. There could be millions of different reasons why people exit out of your life. And you know, all it does, it just takes you being okay with that. Like I have to learn and go through those experiences of knowing, like, I'm okay with being alone. If I lose all my friends, like, because I'm expressing my truth, you know, and they, you know, in a respectful way, and they can't handle that, then we don't need to be together in the first place. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Like, I don't know. But I've learned through experiences where friends have left me behind that had nothing to do with me, and I learned that I'm okay with being alone. I remember the first time when I had lost all my, I know I didn't lose them, but some of them I lost, others I chose to just really get out of my life, okay? And it was really hard, just not ever picking up the phone. No, my phone would stop ringing. I had nobody to visit, nobody to like connect with. And that was a devastating year for me because I was just like, oh. But over time, like, I learned to enjoy myself. In that time, I learned to get to know me and how I tick and how I do and what are my likes and my dislikes and what makes me happy and how do I stave off being sad or depressed. And there's a lot of questions that I've had about myself and my situation, and I answered them all. And I've learned, and in the end of that time, I was totally happy with being by myself. I've learned that I like it. And I also learned that people do need people, but not the way that I used to think that you need people. You never cling on to other people, ever. You never dub somebody the sole responsibility for your happiness. You know, you have to find those answers for yourself. Nobody can bring you happiness. No. Nope, nope, nope. No matter how much you try, no matter how hard you try, I don't care if it's a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a best friend, they are not responsible for your happiness. You've got to internalize and go within and figure yourself out. Because, you know, your friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, they're not always going to be there for you. Sometimes, you know, relationships, they break up. But I also feel like even if you're not on foot of losing that person, you still need to learn how to do you, and to be also, you know what I mean. You have to learn how to be by yourself and bring happy, you know, work on what makes you happy in your life, and yeah. So I was gonna name this video like how to be a jerk just like me. I don't know what I'm gonna name this video. Careful. I don't know what I'm going to name this video, but yeah, I think that it just needed to be talked about, like, you know, to help you guys out. You know, like, don't be afraid of being alone. I think that everybody should take that time to learn to see if you can be alone. Like, take that year and see what happens. Because I'll tell you, for me, it was so hard. This was like, I don't know, a couple of years ago, whatever. But yeah. But I think, like, mostly what this video is about is to learn how to speak your truth and not be afraid of the consequences of it, you know. And I think that I can do that. Like, it feels freeing. I feel free when knowing that I can speak my truth, but in a respectful and considerate way to others, but still speak your truth, and not have to hide your feelings away, or your morality away, or anything that is about you, like hide it away because it displeases other people. You don't have to do that. But I think that I've given you some ideas about how you can not care about what other people, like, not be a puppet, basically. It sucks being a puppet. Everybody's puppet. You know? It really does. You gotta learn how to take yourself back. And learn how to stand on your own feet, and know that no matter what happens in life, you're your own best friend, and you will survive. Like, you know for a fact, no matter what happens in this lifetime, you can survive on your own. You know, I think that's so important to try to experience and check it out, see if it's fact. You know, because if you're living if you're living by other people and their thoughts and ideas about you, oh my God, you're never going to be happy, because not everybody's going to be pleased with you all the time. A lot of people find things wrong with you, but you gotta ask yourself, well, is there anything wrong with me? Okay, so I do have faults, but does that deem me, a jerk or useless, or anything negative that people have to say about you? Like, are their words like have anything to do with me? And 90% of the time, the answer is no. So I don't know. So I also suggest that, like, try to be around positive people anyways, you know what I mean? But that's like another thing. But okay, so I just wanted to share my I don't even know if this video had any real points. It did. But I hope it came out pretty okay. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. We're in 22 minutes and 40 seconds. So, mwah, mwah. Love everybody. Woo! Okay. Bye.